let's go to the two athletes everyone wants to see. It's Mia Broad-Patterson and Adia Hodge. They're both entered. In the meet, 200 for Mia Bra. Adia is in the 300.
They're also in the 60.
Are they?
Yes.
Together?
Together.
Okay.
Yes. If you look up the entries,
okay,
they're both in there. So I was like,
okay,
this is exciting. I can't wait.
I mean,
because that kind of changes things. Well, I don't know if it changes things, but it's like, finally, we might potentially see this.
Interesting. Well, what are your thoughts there? What are your thoughts there?
Please don't scratch. No one scratch. No one false
start. They are in the fields there. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That might have been a late ad because I talked to Nolan before and he said they were not in the same races.
Okay.
So
maybe this is like
interesting.
Maybe this is, I don't know, but yeah, just going off what I said.
Well, go on. What are your thoughts?
What are we talking about first?
Let's start with the non-events that they're not facing off each other.
Okay, so let's talk about let's talk about Mia because it's 200, 300 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for this 200. Just knowing that I feel like Mia opened up in the 200 a little bit later. And this is also Mia's first time at the VA showcase. So she's going to experience this energy. And especially because I feel like a lot of people know Mia. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, Mia's here. So Mia's going to put on a show in that 200 meters. So I'm looking forward to that just because also she's going to have to face individuals like Skylar Franklin, who just is now at Mount Verde Academy. Brianna Selby, who's, returning. Future teammate, but also, double national winner in the 60 meters. So far, Brianna Selby has the fastest time in the 55 with a 6:94. So I think this race is going to be super interesting just to see how Mia does, especially this early in the season, because I'm used to seeing her a little bit later.
Yeah.
And more towards the West Coast, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what times to kind of expect. I know I had a chance to see Mia at NXN. She was there. I was like, how's training been? She's like, it's been hard. I'm like, that's great. That means everything is going the way it should be. It's supposed to be hard in training. That way, when you come out and you compete, it's supposed to be quote unquote easier, because you're putting in the work to get to where you are. So I think we're going to see something fast. I don't know if we're going to see sub 23, but I think that would be a fair place to kind of start the seasons right there in that margin.
And Sydney Sutton's also in the 200 too, so that fills out the entire the track. I agree with you. I mean, I think it's good. It's a really hard place to be in because of what all the girls did last year. The expectations have to change with your first races of the year.
And you're dusting things off. Mia, the last time she ran was at, what was it? It was a world.
It was NACAC. It was NACAC.
Okay.
U23.
So it's been the summer. This is your first race. The jitters are obviously going to be there. It's the VA showcase.
And I'm sure you just have to focus on a lot of the different things, like mechanically getting out of the blocks, form. Around just getting used to the track. Obviously, I think running the first time over the season, there's a lot of things you're going to be working out. You're not going to be your perfect form the first time out.
Right.
But the beauty of the VA showcase is that all that considered, you have a high stakes situation. You have the most competition you might face on the season. Debatable because of nationals, but it's a big race,
right?
And that will elicit fast times on its own,
right?
So balancing those two things, I don't think it's impossible to have a great performance. I don't know. I mean, it's Mia.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
it's Mia. I could very well see a sub 23. I'm not going to expect it. I could see it though.
You can see it. Okay, I can see it too. I don't know if I'll be surprised because it's Mia, but in my head, I think I'm just trying to be a little bit conservative and be low 23. Yeah. I can see happening.
Okay, Adia then.
Oh, I like this.
First race of the season for her.
I like this pick. Okay. I like her in that 300. I feel like it's going to test her strength. I feel like she's already strong. I've been watching Coach Gerald's stories. I'm seeing what she's doing in the weight room. She's looking strong right now. And I think with her gaining that strength, it's going to help her so much in that 200 meters and down. I like this pick for her. And again, she's going to be facing athletes like Elise Cooper, who's been running extraordinarily well. She went 38:44 in December, and she's already set a new personal best in the 400 with the 55:16 just a week later. And she's also new U.S. number one currently right now with the 23:57. She's also going to have Sydney Sutton, who went 38:19 at the end of December, which is currently U.S. number one. So again, she's going to have a really strong field to push her. But I really like Adia in this 300.
Okay, so I was wrong about Sutton. Yeah, she's in the 300. You're right.
It's okay.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Yeah. First race of the season, I am a bit curious as to how she'll race.
Yeah.
You know, Shanti at least had a 400 under her belt in December last year, which I think gave her a little bit more confidence and a little bit, fine tuning heading into the race. Montfort, they're training year round, all things considered. So it's not like she's going to go in there cold. But to think sub 37 at this point, I'm also kind of wondering, will it happen? So
I can see it. Again, I would not be surprised if she did go 37.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Be like
36, you mean? 36?
No. Well, I'd be surprised. Like I said, only 3 girls have done it, so have gone sub 37. I can see, again, and I'm not there practice, like watching Adia and like seeing the times that she's hitting, but I would not be surprised if Adia hit 37 something.
I'm not surprised at 37 either. I'm saying 36.
Yeah. You're saying 36.
Yeah. I'm saying.
Man, that's a tier.
Yeah.
Like I said, only 3 have done it.
Well, no one's done 22-3, and she's the only one
ever
to do that. So it's like, don't think that she's not capable because she did something that was unthinkable.
That was March.
Yeah, but like it's her. She did that.
I know.
That was her.
I don't know. I might lose it if I see another 36 back to back 2 years. I don't know if I can handle that.
Well, I think
that's a whole nother thing.
I think we have you on the mic for that. So just get ready.
Get ready for me screaming in your ear.
60. Let's talk about the 60.
Oh man. Okay, I'll let you start.
So 2 heats before we get into the finals. I would have my money, honestly, on Selby. Selby won 2 titles last year. She just opened up with a really good race. 7.47, I think, in the 60. Obviously, the 55 U.S. #1. This is her territory. She's from Virginia Beach area. This is her region. So I almost want to hand it to her because she is the queen. Like, she owns the crown. So you got to beat her on her own home turf. So... and Mia, the one thing with the 60, obviously, is she's, I think in a 60 meter, sometimes it takes her a bit to build up to that top speed.
Yeah.
And blocks is a thing that I think she's always kind of worked through with races like this. So that's one thing. How does she fare?
Oh, man.
I would go with Selby.
You're going with Selby?
Yes.
Okay. I'm also looking at like last year's results, and Micaiah Holland won that with a 7:21. Adia was second with a 7:24. I just feel, I guess, where my brain is spinning right now is I wonder what Adia's focus is going to be, right? Like, is she going to be wanting to just focus on the 60? Is that where the energy is going to be put into? And the 300's just like, hey, I'm here running it because I know I have a long season, because we already know Adia is going to, strive to make this Olympic team. It's an Olympic year. So I don't know. I feel like Hodge is probably
your pick.
My pick. I just know she has a lot of power right now. She also has that strength, but Selby, that's a good pick too, because she's right there, and she has that underneath her belt already.
Yeah, she finished 8th in this race last year, but I feel
like I have to watch the race to see if something actually happened.
She's a different athlete at this point.
Oh, absolutely. This is
sure.
I feel like I have to watch the race to see like what exactly happened with Brianna Selby last year, because for her to win Adidas and New Balance last year in that short time frame too, she did it back-to-back weekends, is just remarkable, and she just continued to excel a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like Hodge is my pick.
That's your pick?
For the 60. I love Mia. But I feel like Hodge right now
is
strong.